Hey, everybody. Welcome to Dumb Investing. I'm Lloyd.
I'm Harry.
And it's about to get dumb up in here. So, to our 7 loyal subscribers, good evening. Thank you for participating in the dumbest show you're ever going to see on investing on YouTube. This is Lloyd and Harry, and we're 2 9-to-5 fellas who are investing our retirement via random dice roll and random stock picker and a little bit of homework and luck.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Totally brilliant. It's going to be so awesome when in a few years we start beating the old Wall Street and everybody's like, how are those dummies doing it? We're rolling random dice, man. We're smarter than you are. It's going to be awesome. Oh,
it's a long-term game.
It is a long-term game.
Long-term strategy.
A lot of lessons along the way. Hopefully we learn them together. Any questions, hit us up down below in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Also, there's a link down there to Webull. Webull is the trading platform that we use. And if you click that link and you put $100 in there, you are going to get yourself 2 free stocks from Webull. Let us know what you got. And you're an investor overnight, just like that. That's pretty cool.
Totally cool.
Awesome. So we got a long show tonight. We're going to go through, do the daily routine. And we had some viewers ask some questions of us about the Bitcoins and basically just coinage in general. And we're gonna start a discussion on that topic after the regular show.
All right.
So how it works, we're going to go roll some dice, pick some random stocks, do a little bit of homework, pick one. We're going to go buy it tomorrow. We're going to look at our portfolio, find out how we did, and then talk about some what do you call them? We don't call them Bitcoins, right? Cryptos. There, that's a good word. All right. So here's our
currencies.
Random dice roll. So random dice roll says bada bing, a 6. We go out to a random stock picker and we click that sucker 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So one of the stocks we're looking at tonight is FISV. All righty. Our next stock brought to you courtesy of the number 6 again. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Centa. And the final stock of the night, a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. RMGB. All right. So in the next 5 to 7 minutes, we're going to go and learn what we can about these guys. Harry is the smart one in the group. He is using Webull to do our homework. Webull is our trading platform. I go out to you or Yahoo, so we get kind of a double look at these things. And we're going to do some homework on these guys, starting with RMGB, which is an Acquisition Corporation, the second. So it must be the grandchild of somebody. And this looks like a SPAC that was formed about a month and a half ago.
Man, great. Yeah, you're right. Blank check company.
Blank check. Now, I don't even know if we can buy this one. We tried to buy a blank check a couple of days ago, and Webull wouldn't let us. Apparently, they're protecting us from ourselves.
Yeah, they didn't want that safe part of our account to go not so safe.
Yeah, we're like 40% safe right now. All right, so we're going to pass on that thing, right?
Sure.
I mean, there's no homework to do other than find out who's running it, what have they done in the past, hand them your money and hope something good happens. Oh my gosh. But people do that. All right, Central Garden and Pet Company. Wow.
Central Garden and Pet Company is a marketer and producer of branded products and distributor of third-party products in the pet and lawn and garden supplies industry in the United States. Company operates in 2 segments, the pet segment and the garden segment. It is a marketer of and producer of pet supplies. I'm pretty sure I just read that. Pet segment operates sales and logistics networks, strategically supporting its brands. Its principal pet supplies categories are dog and cat, aquatics, bird and small animals, wild bird feed, etc., etc. Okay.
How do you compete with Chewy?
Well, exactly.
Right?
Chewy's going to eat your lunch. Pun intended.
Or eat their lunch.
Well, yeah. Chewy's not going to eat your lunch, but
Look,
I mean, I'm saying if you were them.
no, I know exactly what you're saying, but look at that. 2.7 billion in revenue, and they're making 120 million.
I mean, if it's our only option, sure, but no way, dude. Chewy.
Yeah, that's Chewy all the way, right?
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but man,
They've got it going on.
I'm all in for the mom and pops. But all right, FISV. That would be probably the dumbest decision we made. Sorry, Central Garden and Pet, but yeah. Woo!
We'll give her 5 dumbs for now.
5 dumbs. I love it.
So FISV FistServe is
Incorporated.
It's a global provider of payments and financial services technology solutions. Company provides account processing, digital banking solutions, card issue or processing, network transactions, payment, e-commerce, etc., etc. So a payment processor.
Yeah.
I like this space. I don't know much about it.
Look at the revenue. Almost 15 billion in revenue.
Wow.
Now, is that 15 billion that they're collecting in fees?
There's no way.
It has to be, right? That's revenue. It's not the total that they're processing. Man, I would sure love to know who some of their customers are.
And their earnings are tonight. So FistServe.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Let's pull up earnings. See if I can get to it here.
Huh.
FistServe was down 3.86% on Tuesday on what proved to be an all-around mixed trading session in the stock market. Yes, we know that. It was a pretty wild day.
Oh, yeah.
Stocks fall snap to 2-day winning streak. The stock underperformed when compared to its competitors Tuesday, which is Visa and MasterCard and Fidelity. So they're a big deal.
Yeah. How come I've never heard of them?
Let's see. All it says is it underperformed. I don't have the details of where the misses were. Is this a buy the dip opportunity?
Well, I'm wondering. Although there's a little sneaky thing here, the company repurchased 5.2 million shares for 612 million in the quarter. So if you're looking earnings per share and they just took 5.2 out of circulation, right? That could be a little misleading.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They expect revenue growth of 9 to 12%.
I'm just pulling up their day charts here just to see what's kind of happened. 127.34. Hey, man, that's like all-time highs. Wow. And their volume has dropped off substantially over the last. Well, no. No, I can't say that, actually.
That's not horrible.
I thought it did, but
they're still trading 300,000 shares. I say it's a buy the dip opportunity.
I think so too. Maybe it's one that we can trade over the next 2 days or something.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All
Maybe
right.
get in there tomorrow and buy the dip. Let's see.
We're putting our star FISV. So we will be buying that stock tomorrow at some point. And now it's on to let's review our portfolio.
Dun, 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 dun.
How did we diddly do?
Let's take a look. All right. And the reveal.
Well, I'm surprised there's more green than red after the kind of personal day I had today. So I'm one of those weird
a little heavy in
idiots.
tech. Are you personal?
Yeah, in the one account I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's certainly they're a lot more fun to watch. They're very volatile.
Oh yeah.
But hey, if
I carry a lot of Tesla, and that one kind of hurt today.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tesla, although interesting because they beat earnings, they just didn't crush earnings. So
Exactly.
it's weird when you make $100 million in EBITDA for the first quarter and the market isn't happy with that.
Yeah.
It's wild, especially since they haven't made anywhere near that in any quarter previously, right?
Well, dude, when you see all these factories coming online, we don't need. Okay, we're off topic. Let's talk about us. We could go on all night for that.
We could talk
All right.
Tesla another day.
Oh, stupid burger fries on the top of our again. That one is it's either good or bad, man.
Yeah.
That is a day trader's dream stock.
Yeah, that and Socket, wherever Socket is.
It's probably on the top of the good pile,
Yeah,
right?
it's up here, yeah.
Oh no, it's in the bad pile.
So BurgerFi was down today, and the Haylang Education Group. So this
I'm surprised that one can still keep going down. I thought it pretty much crashed.
No kidding, right?
Yeah.
Oh well. And then up at the top here, we've got our falling knife.
Oh, look at that. Falling
No,
knives.
wait, sorry, I'm lying.
Oh.
That wasn't knife at all. Pay attention. Wasn't that?
That's the one we just bought.
Oh no. That's the one we just bought. So we've got two of these.
Oh, well done, Mr. Lloyd, with the buy it at lunch instead this time.
So yeah, you made 70 cents right on a share.
Yeah, we bought 2 shares, man. That's about 40 we're up on that.
And look at Ball, the cotton.
Oh, and that one, yeah, we bought that one just a couple of days ago. Oh, well.
Good deal.
We ought to be selling tomorrow. Sell all the greens and see what happens.
So over to the account here. We are now up a little bit more. We made it a little bit more headway today. $30.
$30, we'll take that all day long, man. $30 a day.
Yeah.
Ka-choo. Yeah.
So
awesome.
$24.74. So we're working our way back.
Oh, and our cash still hasn't shown up. You see what our cash balance is now?
We're buying on margin.
That already came out of the bank account, though. I mean, come on.
What?
Yeah. That's how they do it. It's all good. They said it'd be 5 days, but they're letting us trade. That's awesome. Thanks, Weeble. And if you want to trade with Weeble, there's a link down below. Click that sucker. Put $100 in. You get 2 stocks.
Well, and they might be letting you do it based on margin too, right? There is a margin factor in here.
There is something like that too, yeah. So that they might be charging us to do trades right now. Who knows?
We sent you the money.
Hey, as long as it goes up, right? If it goes down, we're in trouble.
Yeah. Hey, to get the call from Weeble. Hey, Harry. Hey, Lloyd. Yeah, you're getting liquidated today.
Yeah, we're selling a bunch of your losers.
Don't sell the losers.
I know. All right, so that ends our daily show. This is where we would say thanks, 7 people, for subscribing. All you new people, welcome to the dumbest investing show on all of YouTube. We sure appreciate you guys joining us. Please click the subscribe thing down below, all that other fun stuff. But we had a request from a trusted viewer to talk about some cyber. What is it? Why can't? I am so old.
Crypto.
Cryptos, yeah, those things.
Cryptocurrencies.
All right, and Harry I'm telling you, is the smart one in the group. I just look good. He's the smart one. He did a whole lot of homework on this stuff, so I'm just going to shut my yapper for a little bit and let you take over here.
I don't know if we want to go too deep into it today. This might be a 2-part episode, or 3 or 4. But
for sure. Yeah. I mean, we could. You want to give ourselves like 10 minutes? Try to end this thing within a half hour or so, and
oh yeah, for sure.
We can just continue it later at the end of a regular daily show.
Yeah, for sure. So, in regards to cryptos, they're a very, let's call them a new space in the market, and a lot of people have a lot of concerns about cryptos because they're a digital asset, right? So it's not something physical that you can hold. It's not a piece of paper money. But the reality is that piece of paper money only holds value because the government is telling you that it has value. So it's really no different than having a napkin and somebody telling you that this napkin is worth $20 if somebody puts a 2 and a 0 on it. So that piece of paper and the napkin really are no different. They only hold intrinsic value because we're told they hold intrinsic value.
Would this be time for us to discuss a little bit about what a fiat currency is?
Yeah, so a fiat currency is any type of traditional currency. So they have been given the names, and I don't know who came up with fiat. Maybe it stands for something. It's not something that I looked up. It probably does. Somebody smarter than me can certainly come up with.
Well, I'm sure there's probably 300 or 400 MBAs that are watching us. Basically, a fiat currency is a currency that is not tied to a physical value. So it has a value that's based on something intrinsic to its own, if that makes any sense. So the US dollar, if you look at the US dollar back 100 years ago, a US dollar was based on the gold standard, is what they called it.
Right.
Is that a single dollar could then be traded for a certain amount of gold, and that's just how it was. And we were then taken off of the gold standard in the 70s by Mr. Nixon. And
was it the 70s? It was that long ago, hey?
Yeah. Yeah. And then our money was allowed to fluctuate. And you
said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to be as politically correct as I can. So basically, it is left up to the Federal Reserve to control the currency and basically determine its value. And so when you see and you hear things like quantitative easing that we started hearing back in the crash around 2008, basically what that meant is we're going to print a lot of money, we're going to put it into circulation, but there's really nothing to back it. So the value of that dollar has been reduced. So that's what we deal with when you look at the physical dollars in your pocket. You think back to when your grandpa told you how much he bought his first house for, right? And he says, I bought my house for $12,000. You're just like, what? I can't even buy a freaking car for $12,000 anymore, And that's inflation, that the money is technically worth less, so it takes more of that money to buy something else. So anyways, that's what a fiat currency is. Yeah. And I bring that up because Harry's so damn smart. He's going to tell you that some of these cryptos were designed to alleviate those problems.
We will eventually get there.
At one point.
So for a currency to be successful, and this is where kind of the intrinsic value comes from, depending on what you're buying, what you believe in. So for a currency to be successful, it must have 3 things. Enough people must have it. Merchants must accept it as a form of a payment, and people must trust that it has value. So that's where a lot of these cryptos are having a tough time today. But, really a Bitcoin, a digital Bitcoin is really no different than having, $50,000 in your bank account, right? Or whatever the value of Bitcoin is. They're essentially the same thing.
Except on your definition, if I took my Bitcoin today and I walked over to my mortgage lender and I said, hey, I'd like to make a house payment with an eighth of this Bitcoin, they're going to laugh at me.
Absolutely. So, and that's where the first parts come into play, where merchants must accept it as a form of payment. So that's a challenge as well, obviously. So people must have trust in the value. Enough people must have it, and merchants must accept it as a form of payment. So that's where it's starting to. It's getting there. We're seeing some of the the Dallas Mavericks are accepting Dogecoin as a form of payment. So
they are. Tesla is taking Bitcoin.
Tesla's
you
taking
can buy
Bitcoin.
a Tesla.
Yeah. So it's
probably it would take at least a Bitcoin to get one.
Yeah, I think I heard something today. It was like 1.6 Bitcoin today.
Oh yeah,
something
for
like
Tesla.
That. Yeah,
that's a cool formula.
Today, but tomorrow when
I know
Bitcoin goes to 60,000, it's 1.5, right?
So I mean, it's crazy.
The value of the car is still set based on the US dollar. The Bitcoin is just being rounded off to the nearest US dollar.
Yeah,
they're just accepting it as a form of payment.
Yep.
So, what is then a cryptocurrency? So a cryptocurrency, and there's multiple explanations for it, but essentially the cryptocurrency is decentralized money. So we spoke of the Fed, we spoke of fiat and how the Fed controls the price and the printing of fiat money. Well, with cryptos, most cryptos no economy owns the cryptos. So no economy can simply just make more cryptos or more, they can't adjust the value of it. So that's why it's finding to be, I don't want to say necessarily a safe haven, but there's a lot of investors that feel that it's a protection to put real dollars in and buy cryptos because of the inflationary aspects of fiat currency.
Correct. And to touch on that a bit, the way Bitcoin specifically is designed is that it has a limited circulation. So it cannot be manipulated.
A limited supply.
Yeah.
So that is true for most cryptos, but not all. So as we continue down this path of our crypto investigation, it's going to be very important to know if someone can just print more of another crypto. I think Dogecoin has an infinite amount of printing that they can do. So it makes it.
I think they said they were going to limit it, though. I thought I read something about that.
It's possible. Maybe they said that they were going to, but today, I mean, what's going to stop them from making more if they want to? Whoever owns Dogecoin, they can just say, hey, I'm going to print more. I'm going to make more because I want more money.
Yeah. Need a Ferrari. I'm going to print a couple of Dogecoins up.
My 14th Ferrari. So where are we at for time here?
We've got probably 5 minutes left. Yeah.
So I wanted to go through, I've listed some of the benefits and some of the risks with cryptos. We've touched on a few of them, but essentially here's what I've come up with from the Google. So a lot of the benefits, it can reduce corruption. Now, a lot of the negativity around cryptos is basically about corruption, and that's simply not the case. Can it be used for bad things? Absolutely, but so can fiat. It's, regular money trades hands all day, every day for bad things happening. Cryptos are no different. The thing that it does do is provides accountability for the government. So this is where the corruption piece comes in. It's essentially for the government. So a Venezuela type thing can't happen again, where they just infinitely print the amount of money and then you get hyperinflation.
Let's jump off on a tangent for just a minute here. When we were learning about cryptos, we talked about how Bitcoin has a public ledger that is held in numerous places, and the ledger is updated every, what did you say, 2 minutes or something like that?
Yeah, so that's the blockchain, right? So the
Yes.
public ledger is essentially the blockchain, which is probably a completely another conversation that we should have.
But basically, it is a public record that is stored in numerous places that self checks itself so that there is no corruption. You'd have to corrupt numerous databases at the exact same time to
Yes.
do anything
We
with
have
it.
to corrupt 51% of all of the databases across the entire planet at essentially the exact same time
Yeah.
to be able to corrupt the ledger. So it's essentially, your bank book, your physical bank book, but it's just stored on a whole bunch of different data sets in a whole bunch of different locations. And we lost
Oh, time's up.
it.
So
one,
the
one day
the
Harry
other,
needs to get a new camera.
oh no, we like it. It works. So the one thing that I thought was really cool when you look at this is there are modern day bank robbers that have given Bitcoin kind of a bad name a couple of years ago. People would buy a Bitcoin, which is basically, just a serial number, and they would virtually put it into a vault where some other dude said, "Hey, I'll hold your Bitcoin for you. I'll keep it safe. And, you can't get into this vault unless you have this special password and handshake and all that other stuff." So people would put their Bitcoins in there and they thought they were relatively safe. And some modern day cowboys came in and were able to rob the joint and take people's Bitcoins. Yeah. So it's amazing.
Yeah, it's wild. And there's, and that's again another conversation about this whole crypto things is your wallets. So there's a crypto wallet, there's crypto exchanges, there's physical crypto wallets, there's software crypto wallets. It goes on and on. So I completely understand why everybody's so confused about what the heck this thing is.
Yeah.
I spent I've been doing a fair amount of research just listening to people talk about Bitcoin. And then I jumped on Google and did a whole bunch of research last night, and it simplified a few things, but it didn't make everything perfectly clear by any means. So hopefully this little bit of explanation of what we found so far helps everyone out a little bit.
I did read about a fella who was worried about that, and he has his 7 Bitcoins on a flash drive that he carries with him physically.
Right.
So imagine, what is that? $350,000 in your physical wallet. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't that seem crazy?
I mean, I don't know how many flash drives I've lost. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sure would hate to lose that one.
Yeah, it's just crazy. So that's just the tip of the iceberg, man. The research Harry did, I read it this morning. I was just like, man, he's so smart. Good thing I'm good looking.
There's a whole bunch of good websites out there. I mean, I can only thank the people that provide the information on the Google.
Yeah. So we'll continue to touch on this topic over the next few nights. We'll do the normal daily show, and then we'll hit this kind of stuff. This is something fun to talk about. It's something real for an old fellow like me. It's relatively new. I know I did day trade Bitcoin for the last 6 months, and it was quite fun to day trade that stuff. I mean, there were really good days and really bad days. When you have an asset that's swinging $3,000 or $4,000 a day, and you can catch it halfway up and halfway down, woo!
It's too risky for me where I'm sitting right now, but
yeah,
that's crazy. But yeah, there are some more benefits, and then there are some more risks. So we'll go through those tomorrow. We'll pick up where we left off, and yeah.
And viewer, thank you for this. This is a great topic for us to cover, and I know Harry and I are going to learn a lot through this, and hopefully we can help you all learn about it too.
You betcha.
So with that, thank you for joining us. It's been a great evening. I enjoyed the talk. Harry, I enjoy everything you're teaching me, so this is awesome.
I enjoy hanging out with you too.
So follow the link, click on that Webull thing, put $100 in there. You're going to get your 2 free stocks. You're going to become an investor. Come play with us. Let's learn the market together. We're going to have a lot of fun. But when you're trading, whatever you do, don't trade like that fella right there.
Don't trade like that fellow there either.
Have a good night.
Hit the subscribe, hit the bells, follow us on Twitter. One of these days, somebody's going to put a Twitter little thing for us down at the bottom here.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, somebody will figure it out.
Somebody will figure it out. We'll get an intern sometime. We'll get some smart kid.
Yeah, follow us. We're at Dumb Investing on Twitter. Yeah, that's all. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Sweet. See you, everybody.
Good night.